Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining in our meeting regarding the agenda that we will discuss today. Is everyone here already?
All the Christians have joined in this Zoom.
Great. Since everyone is here, I would first like to introduce myself. My name is Intan Permatasari as the Chief Executive Officer and the owner who will lead the meeting for Kokam Kota Coffee Brands. Before we begin the meeting, I would like you to introduce yourself and tell us your division.
My name is Yongki Limiardi as Secretary.
And my name is Christina Maylinda as Research and Development.
My name is Kevin Phillips and I'm in the Human Resource Department.
Hello everyone, my name is Thomas Alva. I am as marketing here.
My name is Inasari Mianisa as a financial manager who manages finance and manage funds at Cafe Kokam Kota.
Great. Since we all already introduced ourselves, let's start the meeting. Today we are going to discuss about Kokam Kota Cafe Brands. For the topic itself, I have shared the handouts outline that will be discussed more in today's meeting. The Research and Development Division is welcome to discuss the plans that have been made in detail.
All right, thank you for this opportunity. As a result, my team and I have identified two main locations to open our company's branches. Each location has its own pros and cons. The first square is located within the Jalan Tanjung Pura. We believe this area will help customers find our store location more easily. Unfortunately, in this area, there are not many restaurants, so I guess that will be one of the disadvantages. In addition, the building area at this location will indeed be larger because the building extends backward, but it is unfortunate that the parking area is quite minimal for 3 cars. Then we choose the location on Jalan Nusa Indah. We thought that this location is quite strategic, even though the building area is not as big as the first location. In this building, it has 3 floors, so that the first and the second floors can be used as cafes and the third floor as a storage room. And the thing that is an advantage is that at this location, the parking lot is quite wide, and in that area, quite a lot of people are opening restaurants. So I don't think people will be foreign if they come to the area. In your opinion, are those 2 locations sufficient, or do you have any other suggestion?
I think it would be better if we also consider Gajah Mada Street and also Setiabudi Street as an option, because I usually saw people hard to find a nice place in there to relax, and also especially our branch has a theme that is quite suitable for Pontianak people.
Okay, I appreciate your advice, Mr. Kevin. For your information, my team and I investigate these places and several other places such as Jalan Siam and Jalan Hijaz. A lot of visitors indeed seek a place to relax in some of these places, but it's definitely going to be a pretty strong competitor because you could say they have old players who have occupied this place. So I think it will be pretty hard to open up a new image to people's minds.
That's right. I agree with Christina's statement, which is very evident at the location. So I also choose Jalan Nusa Indah as the location for our branch opening.
All right. Thanks for the hard work, Christina. I think your reason is quite reasonable and also makes sense. But we can also survey marketing strategy that they use to enliven their cafe.
Okay. I'm totally agree with what Kevin Phillips said, and also open our branch on Jalan Nusa Indah, as stated by Christina, is quite a strategic location with a building that has 3 floors, a large parking area, and a fairly busy and strategic area. Because the marketing team has also conducted a survey to the location, and it has proven to be very good.
I think that is a great choice of locations. As what Mr. Thomas has said, there is big advantages in this area. But there is one concern that I have right now. It is true that they are great locations, but we are also in pandemic. Although there are some people who is still going to cafe by enforcing social distancing this system, but it still affects the number of people that can go and relax in cafe. In this current condition, what should we apply as our protocol?
Of course, we need a body temperature measuring device as well as a hand sanitizer at the cashier and entrance.
I believe we should also provide banners to remind our customer that our cafe is a cafe that is obliged to perform health protocols, and people will feel safe if they sit back and visit our cafe.
Good idea. I'm sure it is a protocol that we should implement in our cafe. Since the location and method of operation have been determined, Mrs. Christina can start the next topic of discussion.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. So we're okay about picking this place, right? I will immediately contact the owner of the building as soon as the meeting ends. Besides, I have something to say because the theme of our second cafe will be different than the first. So we need new tables and chairs. Furthermore, other items such as coffee makers, freezers, glasses, and other items are necessary. Are there any additional response by each division?
I think I have something to say, Mrs. Christina. Don't forget to add some decoration inside and outside the cafe and photo spots that have been discussed. I think if we can also hold live music at this Kokam Kota Cafe branch to attract customers, what do you think?
Yes, I completely agree. My team and I will have also talked about browsing live music at Kokam Kota Cafe. I saw several cafes featuring live music regularly, increasing the number of visitors to the cafe.
Of course, Pontianak City people and tend to come in droves to new place. Plus, a good cafe concept and live music will definitely invite consumers to come. Considering our branch cafe building, which is located on Jalan Nusa Indah, is very large, so it is possible to make live music which may be held 2 or 3 times a week.
I agree with Mr. Thomas. It's a pretty interesting idea. As well, in terms of increasing sales, we also have to be concerned about the health protocol.
Looks like we have to do live music in the building because the weather is quite unstable. It might suddenly rain and there will be technical errors due to wet cable or damaged equipment due to rain.
Then, in my opinion, we need to change the placement of barista. That we have to give a new impression and for the live music space. I think placing the barista outside would be good enough. In addition, we also reduce the risk of our workers being infected with COVID-19. because according to research, COVID is more easily affected if you are in air-conditioned room.
Good idea from Research and Development Department. I agree with the proposed idea. By the way, how's the collaboration with the Sieg Hop company, Mrs. Christina?
Oh, I just want to inform you about the result, Miss. From the result that I've got, the teaser for our collaboration with the Sieg Hope company received a pretty good response from our potential customers, which we got from an Instagram poll that we distributed from our first branch account. I think we need to create new packaging for menus in collaboration with them. We can give a cup of doodle that says Kokam Kota X Sieg Hope. What do you think?
I quite agree with the idea of packaging design, which will be done in collaboration with SciHop. By collaboration with us, are we giving SciHop a broad space to sell their merchandise?
That's right. I also received several proposals regarding to Sephira's micro, small, medium enterprise who wanted to rent a stand in front of our building.
Regarding the statement made by Mr. Thomas and Mr. Kevin, are we going to provide a place for MSMEs at the Cafe Kokam Kota branch?
Test. Sorry for the poor connection. Okay, I will continue. Yes, of course, we will provide a place for micro, small, medium enterprises at our branch. And I think the size of the place is suitable for 5 stands, which means we can receive up to 5 micro, small, medium enterprises in our branch.
Is not the area too small to accommodate the many stands?
I
Yes.
think he got a poor connection.
He has a bad connection.
That's okay, that's normal.
Hello?
Yes, you're connected now.
Yes. Sorry for another poor connection. Yeah, I think as long as the size of the stand is not more than 2 meters, it will be enough.
All right, I accept the suggestion. Any objection?
I agree with Mr. Kevin.
Okay, because everyone has agreed, then we will move on the next agenda, namely a presentation on employees and the required job specs, which will be delivered by Mr. Kevin. Before that, we will take a break for 3 minutes. Because everyone has returned, I invite Mr. Kevin to start our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yongki. So I will continue the meeting. Based on the planning results that have been discussed and have been summarized, and also based on the handouts that have been provided, I estimate that at least we need 7 workers to run our new cafe, namely the Cafe Kokam Kota, where the 7 workers consist of 1 special barista, 1 reserve barista, but also serving as the manager, and 1 chef, and also 1 assistant chef, and also 3 waiters. And for the job description of each worker, I have listed it in the handout that I have given from email. And today I will show their job description right now. So here is the job description of the manager. the specialized barista, chef and assistant chefs, and also the waiters. And that's all about the job description of the employee. However, the data I provide is not an absolute data, but only estimates and does not rule out the need for additional or reduced labor.
I think with the size of our coffee brands, the selection of employees and job description is appropriate. With the ideas and analysis that have been presented, what are the views of Mr. Thomas from marketing team for target and strategies that are fit to be applied to Kokam Kota?
Thank you, Mrs. Intan. Okay, the target itself has not changed significantly. We are still targeting the same market share. Target people aged around 17 until 60 with all type of education levels and all genders. The strategy must also provide promotion the at the grand opening later, such as buy one get one or a discount with term and condition, which we will discuss now. I have a little idea. What if we endorse local influencers who have a lot of followers and if needed, we spend money to advertise our brands on social media platform. There are many big local media that are quite capable of moving the sales graph, such as TKP Pontianak, Pontianak Media, or Promo Makan PTK, and etc. What do you think? Are there critique and suggestion regarding idea from the marketing team? If any are welcome.
May I?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, Mrs. Christina.
What if we give merchandise to people who come to our staff opening? In the form of a keychain, the shape of a bottle with the name Kokam Kota written on it.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Christina. That is a great idea. I think it can be used to attract public attention.
Interesting idea. We can work on it later.
Okay, the next agenda is regarding to the cost for opening a Kokam Kota branch. For the responsible division, please start the presentation.
As we know that today's society is very light of coffee products, and there are also many people who often hang out or relax in cafes, making this business opportunity promising. In analyzing the cafe Kokam Kota business, there are many things that must be considered and need in running the business, and also take into account everything in detail and making the cafe Kokam Kota business run smoothly and more conceptually. Uh, I will screen, I will share screen detail of course. The following is detailed financial report and the cost incurred to open a cafe Kokam Kota business branch, which has a capital of around 800 billion, with it as follows. This, the estimated total cost of 174 550 million rupiah. The total remaining capital amounting to 525 450 million is kept for operational funds. That's all detail of cost. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the calculation that has been carried out by Inasari. And the finance team, as always, as well as suggestion and criticism submitted by each division. So the conclusion are the location of our branch is on Jalan Nusa Indah. Then supplies hand sanitizer and temperature gauges, new tables and chairs are needed. In addition, there is a need for coffee maker, freezer, glasses, and other items. For live music At Kokam Kota Brands Cafe, the concept Think for Barista Last Music Place. The cooperation plan with Hope and MSME will be carried out with a maximum of 5%. The employees needed are 7 people, namely one special barista, one reserve barista but function as a manager, one chef, one assistant chef, and 3 waiters. The target age is 70 until 17 until 60 years old. All education, all gender, and the promo is buy one get one. Then there are 200 piece kitchen merchandise that will be distributed to the public who come to our shop opening event. We will also advertise Kokam Cocktail Cafe on several social media, which will be endorsed by influencers. The estimate total cost is 274,505,000 rupiah. From the total simulation above, the remaining capital money is 800 million rupiah minus 274 550,000 rupiah, and the result is 505,450,000 rupiah. And this is the total remaining capital that is set for further operational funds. Miss Intan, did all the ideas and analysis match the criteria that you want?
I think for the time being, everything is in order. Thank you for the conclusion.
Okay, for the next agenda, we will discuss the difficulties that have been faced by each division, the process of each division and their solution, as well as suggestion and criticism for the progress of the Kokam Kota Cafe.
We have covered everything on the list. I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here today. See you in next meeting.
Thank you,
Thank you, Miss.
everyone. See you later.
Okay, thank you.